On this episode of How to Mustang, we're talking all about performance. There are two all-new motors for the 7th gen Mustang, the 2.3 liter EcoBoost and the 4th gen 5 liter Coyote V8 available in the GT and Dark Horse. While the only transmission option for the EcoBoost is the well-sorted 10-speed automatic, the EcoBoost is no slouch. 315 horsepower and 350 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, a few years ago, that was way more power than the V8s had. So I do want to express, I personally think that the EcoBoost are kind of looked down upon just because they have 4 cylinders. They are so fun to drive. The price point is spot on. They're so well balanced. And I think anyone that has anything negative to say about the EcoBoost just simply hasn't driven one because they are so fun. The 5 liter Coyote V8 features fresh cylinder heads and upgraded camshafts, with the Dark Horse coming with upgraded internals such as uniquely balanced crankshaft and forged piston connecting rods. This gives the GT 480 horsepower stock and 486 horsepower with the active exhaust. The Dark Horse comes with 500. Torque-wise, the GT has 415 foot-pounds and 418 with the active exhaust, and the Dark Horse also comes with 418 foot-pounds of torque. Both are available with 6-speed manuals, and the Dark Horse gets the Tremec 3160 6-speed transmission. In my opinion, the performance pack available on all EcoBoost and GTs is an absolute must-have. Wider wheels, better tires, massive Brembo brakes, of course the drift brake, more sport and track tuned dampers, better cooling, torsion differential, rear wing. It is hands down for the performance-oriented driver. For the cost is a no-brainer. Like, you could not add the performance for the price that you're paying to get it off the showroom floor. And of course, something very near and dear to my heart, the drift brake that Chelsea DeNofa and I developed along with some very passionate engineers at Ford and the Mustang team. We will get into the drift brake on another episode because there's a lot to unpack there, and I really want to give you guys some suggestions on how to learn it and how to become an expert while having fun in a safe environment with it. As if the Dark Horse didn't have enough performance benefits, you can also opt for the Dark Horse handling pack. This comes with more surface openings on the front end to allow more airflow to enter the engine compartment and hit the coolers that are mounted on the driver's side in the bumper. You get 19 by 10.5 inch wheels on the front and 19 by 11 inch wheels on the back, with 305 3019s in the front and 315 3019s in the rear. It's got factory installed adjustable strut top mounts so you can adjust your camber, front tow hooks just in case you get a little too hot rod and go off track, the MagneRide damping system, the performance front aero splitter, the performance rear spoiler with gurney flap, and revised chassis tuning to support all of those performance enhancements. And the options for performance and fun behind the wheel of a Mustang don't just stop at what is developed inside of Ford. As you know, there's multiple companies out there that take Ford's hard work and their base vehicle that comes out of the plant and adds modifications, style, flair, and performance. And as you all know, I am very passionate and proud of what we do at RTR, which is why we've brought out the RTR Spec 3 to have some fun in today. What is the Spec 3? Well, it is our Spec 2 plus a supercharger. Fully adjustable suspension, dampers, lowering springs, sway bars to adjust the chassis to whatever it is that you want to do. We've got our wheels, obviously, multiple choices of wheels, and our full appearance kit. Of course, every vehicle is badged, and it has over 800 horsepower under the hood thanks to a Ford Performance supercharger. And oh yeah, it comes with a warranty, so you can have fun without worrying about taking it to the dealer and getting it fixed. One of the coolest things about Mustang is the options. Whether it's budget, performance, looks, cachet, whatever it is that you're looking for to help you add to your lifestyle or your goals, you have options. We've got an EcoBoost, we've got the Spec 3 RTR and the Dark Horse out here, all different customers, all different lifestyle approach, different performance. Whatever it is that you are attracted to, rest assured that if it has a Mustang on it, that it is extremely fun to drive, and I'm excited to show you how to use it today on and or off the track. Before we dive into it, I do want to give a shout out to Mustang Unleashed. It's an owner's program that Ford has launched around the new Mustang. It gives you track experiences, exclusive access to venues, concerts, events. It is an extremely cool initiative that Ford's doing to give back to its owners. So take advantage of it. Go out, meet some community, learn about your car, and use it. So head to tour.mustangunleashed.com to check it out and sign up for some extracurricular fun, friends. One other thing that I do want to mention is that Ford is now offering Matte PPF film directly from the factory. You can literally check the box, order it with your car, and it'll show up pre-wrapped. So for those of you that are thinking about tracking your car, getting crazy, slaying tires, spitting rocks all over it, you might want to consider that. It looks sick and it protects the car. So just something to think about for those of you. You know, you might even live on a gravel road, I don't know, but you can certainly, it's certainly a really cool thing that Ford is offering. And now let's get into the fun, friends. So just a quick run through on the drive modes. It's obviously up to you what you do. You can obviously use one of your custom drive modes in here, which, you know, we just talked about how to set those up. Normal mode, like this is for just normal driving, everyday driving, no drama. You know, it's like the throttle response is not maximum, but it's good. Traction control is, you know, very safe for the street, things like that. Then you get into sport mode. This changes mainly your throttle response and how quickly you're going to get into the power of the car based on where your input of the throttle is. For Magna Ride cars, it makes the dampers a bit sportier. And then obviously if you have active exhaust, it will change your exhaust sound. So that's up to you. You know, if you like a little more peppy feel with the throttle and you got a good right foot and you can control the car, not that traction control won't help you, but you know, sport's a cool mode, and especially in automatic, it's like massive difference when the way, you know, the driving experience is. Track mode, you get the responsiveness of the throttle increase, you get your stability control opened up. I mean, this is for the track only, so it's gonna allow you to yaw and slide out just a little bit, but if it gets too much, it's still gonna cut you off. And that also, if you have Magna Ride or active exhaust, will adjust the vehicle suspension and or exhaust for that. And then moving on to drag strip mode, pretty self-explanatory. You're drag racing, you're using this mode. Throttle response is really good. Magna Ride cars get a suspension setting that maximizes acceleration, straight line. Obviously exhaust is gonna open up a bit for max power, and throttle response is gonna be very much there. This also, for automatic vehicles, massively changes the tune of the transmission so that it shifts a lot harder, and as it's shifting, it's gonna give you a little bit more push down the straight. So definitely a lot more aggressive setting. Feels very cool and fun to do for sure. Last but not least is the slippery mode. So this is for rain. This is for snow, ice-covered roads. This really softens up the throttle response so that you don't ever have a massive movement that's gonna upset the car on these slick surfaces. So loose surfaces, you know, maybe it's gravel on hard pack, you know, rain, snow, ice, you may prefer to use slippery mode. Traction control is very much locked down for that, so it does not even allow you to get out anywhere. But a very safe thing for people who have lots of horsepower, can't control themselves, or don't have a right foot. You know, might want to drive in the slippery mode, or if you're just trying to be ultra careful because there's black ice out or other situations like that, you definitely want to try out slippery mode. I really hope you all enjoyed this episode of How to Mustang with our focus on performance. Hopefully you all have a lot more understanding and confidence in using your performance features that have come with your brand new 7th gen Ford Mustang. If you have any other questions or any other things you want to see, leave it in the comments below and we'll consider it for future episodes. Enjoy that Mustang, and most importantly, have fun, friends.